Hello, my loves, and welcome to Create Your Life. My name is Simone Leah, and I am your host. And I am so excited to be here with you guys today because today we are talking all things 5D consciousness, quantum jumps, and all the things energy, frequency, vibration, law of attraction, law of assumption. So I am super pumped to talk to you guys about this. So I just want to dive right in. So that's where we're at, guys. So let's start with 3D. So the 3D world is the world we're living in. It's the world that says, if I can't see it, I don't believe it. So there's a table there because I can see there's a table there. It's that world where unless something's actually right in front of you, it doesn't exist. Okay, but that's not the way the universe works. Everything is made of energy. So there are a lot of dimensions, but the dimension that you'll probably hear a lot about is the fifth dimension. And this is the dimension where you understand and fully embody the fact of knowing that you are part of the collective consciousness. You are part of universal consciousness. You are part of everything that is. What someone else is, you are. You know, that person over there that you don't necessarily like, they're part of you. You're part of them. Because you are part of everything. You are everything. You are energy. You are light. You're just part of the universal field. And where before there was this separation in the 3D, there's this separation between me and it, me and that person, me and that table. The 5D consciousness is knowing that there is no separation, that everyone is energy, that everything is energy, and that also there are multiple infinite possibilities. There are multiple timelines. There are multiple dimensions. And anything that you can think about, that you can desire, that you want to create, it already exists in another dimension, and you just have to tap in. You just have to tap into that timeline and you'll be there instead. Like it's actually really fun. It's kind of like a game of like, okay, how do I get to that level? Or how do I get to that level? But it's not a hierarchy of levels like you can imagine. It's more like here, there's all of these different timelines, these different dimensions. And it's like, how do I jump from this dimension and timeline to this timeline? Like, how do I get to that timeline where I'm not running late to work today? Or how do I get to that timeline where I'm a successful public speaker, or whatever it is that you want to create? It's just knowing that you can access everything you desire. Everything that you want and desire is available to you. It's part of 5D energy. And the 3D says that if I don't have that, I can't have that. If I don't have that, I have to work to get that. Whereas when you're fully embodied in the 5D, you know that you can create effortlessly. Everything you desire is effortless. You don't have to be in a place of pushing or resistance or struggle or climbing up a hill. You can be in a place of ease and flow. And so let's start with the law of attraction, because we all know about the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is obviously where what you think about, what you feel, what your frequency is, that's what you create. Okay? So a lot of people might be law of attraction in their life. I want a law of attraction $1 million, okay? But what they're not realizing is that they may have some sort of frequency, might be a belief, might be a mindset thing, where they don't believe that they can have that thing. So even though they're law of attractioning it, they're not necessarily getting there because there's this resistance there for the law of attraction. Because the law of attraction, it operates on frequency. It will give you what frequency you're on. It'll give you what you're vibrating at. So if you're vibrating at, I really want this in your head, but your actual vibration is saying, I can't have $1 million, that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get the $1 million. So the first thing is the law of attraction, which we all know. It's that think about, feel about, create it, right? But a lot of people would benefit from understanding as well the law of assumption. Now, the law of assumption is more along the lines of, you know, it's already done. So you get to let go of all the resistance. That's what I love so much about the law of assumption, is I don't have to have any resistance to anything because it's already done. I already know that there's a timeline where I can have that desire. So I can have that desire in this timeline right now. I don't have to worry about anything because it's already done. So for example, you're looking for a home, and when you sign that paperwork and you know you're moving in 6 weeks, it's like the resistance is gone. You just straight away, you sign that piece of paper, the resistance is gone. You know you're already in that house, and you start visualizing that house and your life in that house. You're already in the law of assumption of assuming that's going to happen. Now, what about if you could be in that assumption without actually signing the piece of paper? So knowing that you want to attract, say, a soulmate, right? Say you want to attract your partner. What if you could just law of assumption and know it's already done? Know that there's already a timeline where you're already with your soulmate and that it's already done. It's already coming to you. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to stress about it. You don't need to have any resistance towards it because it's already done. That timeline already exists in another reality, and all you have to do is get to that reality, and that's where, for me, this is my understanding of quantum jumps, activating the quantum field. And I'm letting go of all my preconceived ideas, and I'm letting go of all my resistance, and just knowing and embodying the fact that this is already done. I've already got it. I'm already there. And that's where the quantum jumps happen. So a lot of people, they might do a quantum jump meditation. From me, the easiest way that I can explain that is you go into that meditation and you've got this resistance, you've got this resistance, you've got this mindset stuff. But when you're in that meditation, you start to embody what it is that you're trying to attract, what it is that you desire. And by the end of the meditation, you've slipped into the law of assumption and you just assume it's going to happen. Now, the second you shift into that law of assumption and you know that it's going to happen regardless, you might not know the time, you might not know the place, all the details might not be there, but you just have this knowing that that's going to happen. That's where the quantum jump happened. That's where you shifted timelines, because no longer are you hoping. It's just a deep knowing that that's going to happen. It's just a deep knowing that it's going to happen for you, whatever it is. It's a deep knowing that there is a timeline where you're with your partner. So it's going to happen in this timeline. It's not even a thing to think about. It's not a thing to worry about. You let go of all the resistance and you just trust and surrender that it's going to happen in the best way, in the highest way, for the good for all involved. And so for me, when I think about activating the quantum field, what I really break that down to is it's not faking it till you make it. It's not pretending you have something when you don't. It's developing that law of assumption. It's developing that knowing that it's already done. You're already an international public speaker. You're already in a relationship with that committed man or woman that you love. And even though you're not necessarily in this timeline, that timeline already exists. If you desire something, the timeline already exists that you can get onto. That timeline of what it is you desire, it already exists. So you just assume. It's done. It's already done. And that's where the quantum jumps happen. That's where you really step into 5D, where you stop going, in my physical 3D reality, I'm not with the love of my life. And you do your meditation and you do your quantum jump, where you're suddenly like, well, actually, there is a timeline where I'm with the love of my life. So it's already done. It's already here. And it's tapping into and feeling, what does that feel like? Like, how do I live when I'm with the love of my life? Or how do I live when I have that $1 million? Or how do I live when I'm in that new house? And embodying that frequency and that vibration, because it is already done. There's no point worrying about it. There's no point pretending that it's not there, because it is there. There is infinite possibility. There is a timeline where you have all that you desire. So embody it now, because it's already here. And that for me is the biggest thing, that when I'm trying to talk to people about 5D energy and 3D energy, it's not saying, I don't have that house, so I'm going to worry about that, because then you're in a repelling energy. Or I don't have that partner, so I'm going to worry about that. It's knowing that everything is energy. Everything is vibration. Everything you desire desires you. So knowing that, okay, like everything is energy. What does the energy of my partner feel like? What does the energy of that new house feel like? What does the energy of making $1 million feel like? And embodying that, because it is already here. There is a version of you that already has that. So just be that version of you. Assume that it's already done, because it is, because it's a universal law. This is a universal law. It's not like a law like don't go over this speed limit. Those laws, they change. This is a universal law, like the universal law of attraction, the universal law of assumption. This is a universal law that you can use to your advantage to help you to create the life that you want, help you to step in and magnetize your desires. And that is another thing that actually I do want to bring up is magnetism, guys. If you're going out there and you're chasing what you want, and you're like, I really want this, I really want this, I really want this, that's a repelling energy. If you can sit there and go with the law of assumption and just be like, I know that what I want is already coming to me, you are now in a receiving energy. You are now in a trust and surrender energy, and your vibration is completely different because you're now open to receiving that because you trust that it's already done. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to go and make it happen. It's already here. And that shift as well makes you magnetic. That shift of frequency in knowing that everything you want that wants you, it draws everything into you. It's like a magnet. You know what I mean? And we all know that if you're chasing something, you're putting out there to the universe that you don't have it. Whereas if you're like, I already have this, I've already got it. There's already a timeline where this thing is. I'm living like it's already here because to me it is. It's already done. But you're not pretending that it's already here because it's a knowing that it's already here. It's a knowing that there's a version of you that already has it. So it's a knowing that you can just tap into that version of you and be like, oh, what does she feel like? Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, no, this is the version of me that I am now. You know, I have this. And just stepping into that vibration and knowing that it's already done, you know, knowing that it's already here. That's how you activate the 5D energy and frequencies. That's how you get on the vibration of what you want, by using the law of attraction and the law of assumption, by allowing yourself to connect in with the infinite possibility of who you are and what you can create, by allowing yourself to tap into that universal energy and life and all of the source energy that's around you because it is you. Knowing that whatever you desire, it already exists. It's already created. It's already here for you. That's how you do the quantum jumps. That's how you activate 5D. That's how you step into and create a life that you truly love and enjoy. It's literally as easy as walking through a door. And that door on one side is the resistance and the not knowing. And the other side is where you're activating the law of assumption and you know it's already done. The second you walk through that door, you're activating 5D consciousness. And you can walk through a new door every single 2 minutes if you want to. You can walk through a new door of like, I'm going to assume this, I'm going to assume this, it's already done. But it's a frequency and energy thing, guys, so you can't fake it. You actually have to just be open and trusting and surrendering and knowing it's done. And anytime any little thoughts come up that are like, you know, what if it doesn't happen? You just got to say, no, I don't believe that. I know that I'm an infinite being with infinite possibilities and I can create whatever I like. There is already a timeline where I have this reality and I'm activating that reality now. That's it. That's all it takes to step into 5D consciousness and create whatever life you want for yourself. And you can make it as simple and easy as you want. Think about, what are you not showing up for? I'm no longer showing up for a life of struggle. I'm no longer showing up for being stressed. I'm no longer showing up for anxiety. And just let them all go. Just like, I'm not showing up for these things anymore. I'm showing up for miracles. I'm showing up for achieving the things that I want to achieve. I'm showing up for attracting the things that I desire. I'm showing up to be magnetic. I'm showing up because I am magnetic. I'm showing up because I am an infinite part of creation. And I'm going to magnetically attract all that I desire by being the embodiment of it. It's knowing that you're an infinite being and allowing that creator energy, that source energy to flow through you and listening to the guidance that comes in. You know, that's a big part of 5D as well, is listening to the guidance that comes in. Follow the breadcrumbs that the universe is throwing you because it's going to help you to attract your desires in faster. But anytime you feel that resistance, just take yourself back to who you really are. I am part of source energy. I am part of the creator. I am an infinite being. And it is already done. Because that's what it comes down to, guys. It is already done. It's just about you stepping up and remembering who you are and stepping into the embodiment of it. Not faking it, not pretending, really feeling it. Really feeling and knowing that that's who you are and that's where you're at. Really knowing that it's already done. Really knowing that there's a timeline where you already have your soulmate. So you know that you can have it in this timeline. You don't need to worry about it anymore. It's just that inner knowing, that inner trust and surrender. It's so magnetic, guys. And it will really help you by understanding the law of attraction and the law of assumption. It will really help you shift into 5D consciousness and do the quantum shifts. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I have loved bringing it to you, and I so look forward to connecting with you guys again. Please feel free to share this with anybody who you know who might get value out of it, or feel free to send me a message, say hi, connect with me on social media. I love connecting with you guys. I love hearing from you guys, and I'm really looking forward to connecting with you again soon.